Okay, y'all, so now it's time for my message to children of Israel, scattered children of Israel, already established children of Israel, black and brown people. This message is specifically for y'all. And I know we're all aware of the oppression that we have received in this world, whether it be through slavery, whether it be through this cop slaying or this job or them following us around when we in a store, all of this stuff. I've come to show you what is hidden and what it all means in this end times. Because all of these things that we are oppressed by are all based in the reality. But I come to tell you about the spiritual and how it all ties into the law, one God, and reality. How it all matches in these end times. And as people of Israel, children of Israel, we need to move in one accordance. There are no games anymore. There are none of that anymore. It is time. We are in these end times and the world is showing you, whether it's through earthquakes, tornadoes, raining worms, it's no more time for games. As I said, you need to add me on YouTube. I need you guys to share it because I know TikTok ain't gonna let this video rock like it needs to rock. You know what I'm saying? This video is gonna be long, but it's well worth it. And I ask you guys, I usually don't do this, I ask you guys to share this. Okay. See, the thing is, you've been seeing me very stressed out on here because they've been trying to destroy me. And they've been trying to destroy me for a very specific reason. But I'm here to tell y'all this. How I'm able to give you this hidden message is because I was around these foreigners. I know their practices. I know their ways. I know their words. I know everything. I know what they've been doing. So I'm here to give it to y'all. I was with these people. And these people exposed themselves to me, which is how I'm able to deliver this message to y'all right now. So understand that I'm coming to give y'all truth delivered from my experience. Wisdom. So the first message to the children of Israel, we need to move in one accordance. And moving as one means giving up the ways of this world. See, I know y'all think y'all know it all because you read this book and this output source or whatever. But at the end of the day, we got to hearken on to what was made from God, not made from man. And what was made from God was the sun and the moon. And if you think you can ignore the moon and keep your Sabbaths on Saturday according to a calendar, man-made calendar, you're in error. You need to be looking at the sun and the moon in order to know how to move. And the tracking of the moon is talked about in detail in Book of Enoch. So how could you have all this knowledge and yet you still following these Jews? These Jews who keep their Sabbaths on the Saturday with all their rituals and traditions and witchcraft. They're keeping you stuck here. Because let me tell you something, it's end times. And in these end times, you're going to be moving on up out of here. I'm going to put that page in here that definitely talks about that tracking of the moon. We need to be moving in one accordance. I don't want to hear anybody that says they're from the tribes of Israel talking about they're getting prepared. They're storing this food and that food. What are you doing? You ain't supposed to be doing that. Let me tell you something. To prepare, to think you're going to store all this food or whatever, that means you don't need God. That means you don't need the Most High. You got this on your own, soldier. You good, right? You don't even know that it's going to stop raining. All of this, that food you stored is going to go away. Because let me tell you something. We're about to see times never seen before. So you want to be sealed. And how you stay sealed is you need to start following them Sabbaths. That is extremely important. And this second month, Friday, sundown, will be the second Sabbath of this month. And it goes into Saturday until sundown. So from sundown is when the Sabbath begins until the next sundown, okay? So that's the Sabbath. And the Sabbath will be tomorrow at sundown. Understood? See, they tell you that Israel is some temple out in that other country with all them Jews. Really? You think that's what it is? Let me tell you something. The temples that will rebuild is us. Because again, we deal with what was God-given, not man-made. So the unification got to come through us as a people. That means understanding that we need to be in one accordance under the Lord. So as I said before, I'm going to put this Facebook page that you need to follow so that we can all lean on each other, because we have to lean on each other. We can't be leaning on these man-made stuff where they want us to stay here as slaves and as less than, while they continue on in their kings and gods and all this other stuff that they think they are. So we need to move in one accordance, because enough is enough. And it starts with us. We have to rebuild. We have to deliver thyself, Zion. You get it? So we have to move in one accordance. And that means by keeping the correct Sabbaths. And the Sabbath ain't every Saturday. That's a cop-out. For you to be lazy and say, all right, every Saturday I'm off. But that's not, you can't determine what is righteous. Only the Most High can determine what is righteous. And that is watching the sun and the moon. Whether you say it's every Wednesday or every Saturday, you're in error. You're in error because you're not tracking the sun and the moon. And if you can't do that, your personal stuff, that's why you lean on the community. So we all need to be following in one group. We all need to be moving in one group. Numbers don't lie. 144,000. You divide that by 12. 12,000 to each tribes of Israel. How do we know we are the tribes of Israel? Other than, the obvious oppressions that we experience, the obvious attacks that we experience by following the law, statutes, and commandments and being in one accordance according to the Sabbaths, the correct Sabbaths. I don't know how many times I got to re-emphasize how important that is for us to be following the correct Sabbaths. That whole doctrine where you talking about, it's just Saturday and Sunday, that's easy for y'all because y'all want to get your little check, you want to get your little monies, but your check ain't worth more than your salvation. You understand? Enough of this playing master boss. We got to be done with that. These little monies they giving us, you know we ain't supposed to be in this situation, this predicament. And the only reason why we in this predicament is because we not humbling ourselves to go to the Most High, to honor the Most High, in which he glorified us, in which he exalted us. Enough of playing jester, man. And I don't want to hear nothing about you, your own God. Ain't nobody your own God. Because at the end of the day, one sense of God needed its creation. You need something to sustain you. A true God don't need that, bro. A true God don't need that. So you need to humble yourself, sirs and misses. Okay? So either way, we're going to move on. So now I want to talk to you about the Jews. And where they tell you that, Israel was rebuilt in that country with all them Jews. That's not true. The rebuilding of our temples is us as people, God-given people. We need to rebuild our temples, and that means being under one accordance with the law, statutes, commandments, and the Sabbaths. I'm not playing no more. Enough of this. This is crazy.